Hello, it's Jim Hutchins for the Jerusalem Connection Truth Report for this week. I want to focus on a passage of Scripture that's little known, actually, but it will become prominent, extraordinarily prominent in the days ahead. It's Malachi chapter 1 and verse 11. And Yahweh says this, "My name will be great." Now his name is used over 6,800 times in the Old Testament. But it's never translated Yahweh. It's translated Lord or Adonai. But this is what he says. "My name shall be great." Yahweh, the name of Yahweh, not his title. But his name shall be great among the nations. From the rising of to the setting of the sun, in every place incense and pure offerings will be brought to my name, because my name will be great among the Gentiles, says Yahweh Almighty. It's his name, not his title, but his name that shall be great among the Gentiles. Now, how's that going to be? How's that going? It's largely unknown today. It's not spoken by Jews, and it's unknown by most Gentiles. Well, let's put a parenthesis here, because the Scriptures tell us in Matthew chapter 26, it tells us this about Jesus. And this is the confrontation between the high priest and Jesus. Matthew 26, verse 63, the high priest said to Jesus, "I charge you under oath by the living God. Tell us if you are the Messiah, the Son of God. Tell us." And Jesus answered, "Yes, it is as you say." Well, the high priest went ballistic. Then the high priest's story is closed, and he said, he's spoken blasphemy. What do we need any more witnesses? Look, we have heard the blasphemy. What do you think? He is worthy of death. And that's what got him convicted and crucified, his confession that he was the Messiah, the Son of God. But then he has said prior to this, for example, in Matthew chapter 23, verse 39, he's speaking to the Jews. Matthew chapter 23 is some of Jesus' harshest words to the religious leaders. "Woe to you, teachers of the law and the Pharisees, you hypocrites," says that time and time again throughout chapter 23. And then he says this, verse 37, "O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, you who kill the prophets and stone those who are sent to you. How often have I longed to gather your children together as a hen gathers her chicks under her wings, but you were not willing. Look, your house is left to you desolate." And then he says this, I tell you, you will not see me again until you say, "Blessed is he who comes in the name of Yahweh." Not the Lord, not it, which is a sign, but in the name of Yahweh. It's a quote from Psalm 118. You'll not see me again until you say that. And he's saying to the Jews, you're not going to see your Messiah till you say that. And to Christians, you're not going to see the return and the coming again of Jesus until that's said. You'll not see me again till you say, Baruch haba b'shem Yahweh. Blessed is he who comes in the name of Yahweh. Now, how is that going to come about? There is a resistance and a stubbornness on the part of the Jewish people today, certainly. There are growing numbers of Messianic believers, some 20,000 evidently, speaking conservatively in Israel today. But how would this come about? Well, I think we have an indication of how it could come about. Some people say that Israel will be facing their total liquidation, their total defeat. They'll be wiped off the map. Some say that's what will bring them around. But there's another way that has worked before. Jesus said this in John chapter 4, verse 48. Jesus said to the Jews, unless you people, the Jews, unless you people see miraculous signs and wonders, Jesus told them, you'll never believe. What is it's going to convince you to believe in me? It's miraculous signs and wonders. And lo and behold, that's exactly what he did. And the scripture says the masses followed him. The religious leaders rejected him. And they still do, and the rabbis have counseled disbelief in Jesus as the Messiah. But when he performed miraculous signs and wonders, the masses came to him. 3,000 on Pentecost, 5,000 later on. Acts 21 says there were thousands of Jews who followed him as a result of his miraculous signs and wonders. My prayer is this, that God will graciously empower and anoint his servants to do miraculous signs and wonders for the Jews to believe. He's done it before. I believe he'll do it again. There's an additional passage of Scripture in Malachi. Excuse me. Malachi chapter 3 and verse 16, where it says this. Then those who feared Yahweh talked with each other, and Yahweh listened and he heard. And a scroll of remembrance was written in his presence concerning those who feared Yahweh and honored his name. I want to honor his name. I'm bold to believe, I'm certainly to ask, that I'll be included in that scroll of remembrance. Would you like that? Would you honor and exalt and magnify the name of Yahweh here and now? And believe that God would include you in that scroll of remembrance? Psalm 34:3 is the life psalm, life verse of my wife and I. Oh, magnify Yahweh with me, and let us exalt his name together. I want to do that. You can do that. And you can be included in the scroll of remembrance as well. And that is the truth.